everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about an entrepreneur that I admire, the one and only Forrest Li.
You might be familiar with Shopee, Garena, or C-Money, which C Ltd owns. Mr. Forrest Li had a hand in funding all three of them. Forrest Li is a Chinese-Singaporean billionaire businessman. He was born in Tianjin, China. Li migrated to Singapore shortly after earning a degree in engineering from Shanghai Jiaotong University, with a Bachelor of Engineering and an MBA from the Stanford Graduate School of Business. According to Li, the decision to pursue his master's came about after some self-reflection on his job as a recruiter. Every resume is a personal story, right? So, by reading other people's stories, I started to think about how I wanted my resume to read like in the future. If I kept doing what I was doing, I kind of knew what my resume would look like 5 years later, and somehow I didn't feel excited. Now we move to Garena. Despite his setback with GG Game, Li was able to secure an additional funding of about $1 million. With the funds on hand, Li went on to establish Garena with Gang Yi and David Chen in May 2009. Gang Yi and David Chen are also from China, groomed by the Singapore government through scholarship programs. Short for Global Arena, Garena started as a downloadable gaming platform that connected gamers from all over the world together. Available in 10 languages, this platform had 3 key features. The first one is instant messengers, the second one is clan system, and the third one is ladder system. In February 2015, Li decided to launch e-commerce platform Shopee after his daughter said she missed Taobao, Alibaba's online shopping mall. Despite being a latecomer, Shopee has quickly caught up with Alibaba-backed incumbents in the region, namely Lazada and Tokopedia. Shopee has grown fast due to its aggressive marketing campaigns, mobile-first strategy, and not charging merchants sales commissions. 7 facts about Forrest Li. Number 1. Worked as a recruiter at Motorola in Shanghai. After graduating from Shanghai Jiaotong University, Li worked as an HR recruiter in companies like Motorola in Shanghai. He quit after 4 years and went to further his studies at Stanford University in America. Number 2. Inspired by Steve Jobs' Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish speech. Steve Jobs gave a speech in 2005 that will be remembered for the ages. And Li just happened to witness it live as he was attending his wife's graduation. The speech inspired Li so much that he watched it 2 to 3 times a day for months to accumulate the courage to be an entrepreneur. Number 3. Could only afford to live in a rented bedroom in Brazil. Following his wife's graduation from Stanford, Li arrived with her in Singapore, but things certainly weren't easy back then, as he could only afford to rent a bedroom in a 3-room flat in Brazil. Li definitely wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth, that much we can say. Number 4. Owns a football club and is passionate about sports. Li made waves in Singapore football and the region when he bought over Home United in the Singapore Premier League for an undisclosed fee. Number 5. Named himself after Forrest Gump. When he was asked to pick a Western name, Mr. Li thought of the movie Forrest Gump and named himself after the titular character. Number 6. Calls humility a core value. Staying humble is the core of our 5 principles. It's only if you're able to stay humble that you can serve, run, adapt, and commit, he said. Number 7. Conquered Southeast Asia through games and shopping. Mr. Li noticed that Southeast Asia was a largely untapped market. By entering the market, first with games, then with e-commerce, Mr. Li has become a kingpin of what is an extremely diverse area with many languages and races. Success with humility. Until a few years ago, few had heard of Forrest Li, but today his name is probably impossible to ignore since he is the richest man in Singapore. Many have been inspired by Steve Jobs, but we wonder if one day the next generation will be inspired by Forrest Li instead. What we do know is that the sky is definitely the limit, and that making money shouldn't be a priority over being a good person at heart.
Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you can get motivated by Forrest Li stories like me. Bye bye!